Welcome back to chess, day 4. You know the rules. We're going to go into a game right now. We're going to absolutely destroy this one. 1450. It's quite high rated. So yeah, we're going to go d4 again. Just see how it goes. Oh, okay. We're not gonna get this one. We're gonna go for another game. Oh, we're black instead. You know the rules. I'm gonna play e5 this time actually. We're just gonna play e4, e5, keep it simple, Roy Lopez, okay. And I like this opening for white. I don't play it too much for black. Now do I play b5 here? I think I do. I want to play b5, bishop c5. That's what I want to play. Bishop c5 and castles. I like the bishop on c5 compared to e7. t3. Okay, he'll probably play c3. I think I castle. I really want to play d5 at once. So I think I'm going to put the bishop on b7. Just castle. Nothing really. Yeah, c3. So he wants to play d4. So I think I play d5 now. That's how I think. Or bishop b7 or bishop b6. So if he plays d4, takes. Yeah, so he wins the pawn if he plays it. The other thing I can do is just play d6 and try and get him to capture. So, or I can play d5 now. Yeah, d5 now is a big baller move. d4 takes, and then bishop b6, and he's got one attacker on this pawn. Yeah, let's go. Let's go d5. Why not? I'm going to take the game to him. You know, this bishop can go on g4. Or b7. Or e6. It's got a lot of options. But I like to play aggressive against e5, against e4, e5. I don't know if this is theory, or I know it's a move in the Italian for black to play d5, but I don't know about the Roy Lopez. So Roy Lopez is a little bit slower and more positional. But okay, he takes. So we'll take. A rookie one. So I guess rook e8 or bishop d6. Okay, bishop d6 just blunders my knight, so I can't play bishop d6, so let's go rook e8. I'd like to be able to trade this pawn. Yeah, so d4, that's what I thought was going to come. So takes. And then the rooks are seeing each other. Takes. But this hangs my knight, so I have to capture the rook. So takes, rook takes, queen takes. And then knight takes. And this looks pretty good. I think I win the pawn doing that. He might do knight takes first. Okay, he does do this. Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, I think I lose the knight doing this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, silly mistake. But can I make it work? Probably not. Probably just losing. Bishop g4. I don't want to take this, just develop his knight. I just don't want to just lose this pawn though. So if I go bishop g4, then he'll just go takes. No, but then I can take it with the knight because this knight's pinned. Let's go bishop g4. I think it's the only way I can keep fighting. If he trades this off, then it's fine. I'll lose the pawn though if he does. So it takes, and then I can't recapture because the queen would take it. Okay. Now I think I would want to keep the tension, but g4, then bishop g6, and he'll just capture the pawn and he'll be up a piece for free. So I could potentially capture this and go like knight e5. The knight's pinned to the rook, so no good. Yeah, just a bad opening. We'll see what went wrong in the opening. Maybe I just play knight e5 now though. Or takes. If bishop takes, then can't play knight e5. But if bishop takes, queen takes, then I can play knight e5 because still not good though. But honestly, I don't think he'll take with the queen. So if I do take, then he takes with the queen, then I've actually got queen e1 check, king h2, and I pick up his bishop. So that's something. Okay, so if he does take with the bishop, then what? Then rook d8. Hold on to the pawn. Yeah, I think this is the only way to fight. Yeah, he takes with the bishop, as expected. So I think rook d8 first. I realised now if he took with the queen, then he had the bishop and the queen staring at the f7 pawn. So I don't think I would have had time. Oh, I would, because the rook defends g8 and f8. But okay, we're down 2 pawns. Play on. Hope he makes a mistake. Got the apple juice today. Very good. First time he's really thinking. I'd like to at some point play h6 just to create a bit of space for my king on the back rank. I feel like he could just easily simplify the position a bit. But maybe he's worried about d3. And I'll play d3 if I can. I think that's good. The queen's a bit misplaced on e8. I'd love to go bishop d6, queen e5, and have some sort of attack. But obviously he'd defend it. So I'm expecting bishop takes knight, or for him to develop one of these two pieces. So knight d2, bishop f4, bishop g5. Bishop g5 looks good. It attacks the rook. Then what will I do? Bishop g5, rook d6, bishop f4, rook d7, bishop g4. Yeah, his bishops are really strong, and he's going to probably win this pawn. Bishop f4 is good too, because it just attacks this pawn. Question is, if he plays bishop f4, do I just play d3? I think he's got too much, so I think I'd have to play rook d7. Although bishop f4, then I just play knight e5. Play more actively. He still can't take it. Yeah, he's really thinking now. That's good. We like this. Yeah, I think I should have, in the opening, not played d5. I think either bishop e7 or d6 would have been a bit more logical, especially when I can't remember the lines. Okay, queen e2. Interesting. Now that looks like not a great move. First I can take and then play d3. No, I can't play d2 though. Secondly, I can go knight e5 and then d3. Knight e5, bishop f4, f6. No. Knight e5, bishop f4, d3. Then where's his queen going? If I go d3, then he'll just take and win the knight. So I can't go d3 straight away. So I like knight e5. Keep pressure and we'll play d3 next. I think I should have played a bit slower in the opening as well, as it was getting complicated. Calculated a bit more concretely. So if bishop f4, then I'll play d3. To be honest, what's stopping him from just taking the pawn? That kind of would be a good move, I think. Take the pawn. It does put my bishop in a better position, but his knight gets out. Sort of eliminates his problems. I guess I got the bishop f2 threats. I think he's a bit scared though. Oh, I've just noticed knight f3 is actually a threat. Completely missed that. Oh, okay, hold on. So knight f3 before was a threat because queen takes, then queen e1 check. And we're gonna get this bishop. So knight, bishop d2. Can I go d3 and knight f3? I just do knight f3 anyway. Can't take with the pawn, his queen hangs. Takes with the queen. And his back rank's defended. Yeah, I think it simplifies things a bit for him. d3, queen e4. I mean, I like the idea of d3 and then rook d6 to try and target this. Yeah, let's play d3. Yeah, queen e4. Let's go rook d6. Can you get here? Yes. But then the pawn is defended and this pawn I can defend. Let's go rook d6. If bishop f4, then we can defend the knight. Yeah, it's not like I don't have great plans here. His knight is really stuck though, so got that going. If I can unpin my queen, then knight c4 is a pretty good square. It's complicated here. I'm looking at this rook being on one of these squares, or the queen being on d7. The rook here, just the x-ray on the queen looks like it could have some tactics. And the rook here, when I take with the knight, then he'd have to take with the pawn rather than the queen. So if I had my queen on d7 as well, then this pawn would hang. So I think the rook being on the 6th rank is good. His knight's really... he needs to move this bishop because his knight's got no way in. He really... has no play with his knight. Just bishop here. Okay, bishop e3. Yeah, this is good. But can I just go d2? If bishop takes, promote. And he's lost a bishop for a pawn, but I've lost a bishop too. So what about just pushing then? This queen's really like loose now, undefended. And this knight's gonna get pressured. If I take, then queen takes. d2, and then his knight just takes it on d2. So it takes, then I'd have to go queen d7. Because I can't, this knight's pinned. d2, bishop takes, promote, takes, check, king h2. To play like queen e6, that's sort of a good move. Yeah. Right, if I push, you can just take with the knight. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah. Position's falling apart quick. So I think I'm going to have to take this bishop. There's no way I can do this, is there? Takes. Wait, hold on. Takes. Pawn takes, and then this queen's fine, but if I go rook e6, might have something. So it takes. Takes. Which order do I want? Takes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely take with the queen, because if he takes the pawn, then rook g6. So takes. Rook e6. Queen takes. Do I have something here? Like queen e2? No, because the queen's going to be there. But queen c6 and I'm not here. h1 threatening. Okay, let's do this. And this. In fact, can I just trade the queens and go d2? So I've got a couple of moves, either rook e6. If he takes with the pawn, then d2. Queen takes d2. If knight takes, then it's an even endgame and better even. So if queen takes, pawn takes, d2, knight a3, queen, rook takes. Yeah, this is good. I'll just trade the queen. This is good endgame. Alright, I've got 3 minutes though. I think he can't trade off the queens. I think he has to play f takes e3. But then do I play rook e6 and attack? This is nice. Let's just confirm. Queen takes, pawn takes, d2. If knight takes, then rook takes, and this pawn's really weak, and my rook's more active. And I'm threatening this pawn as well. So I'll win one of these 2 pawns. Winning. And if queen takes, pawn takes, d2, knight a3, queen, rook takes, and king h2. This knight can't come to c4. The only way in is c2. And then I play rook d2, attacking the knight. Okay, it takes the pawn, yeah, as I thought. So I think just rook e6 or d2. If d2, you can block with a queen, but then I get this pawn with check. So I think d2 anyway, actually. I think. Hey, hold on. d2, knight takes, rook takes. Just worried about this A8 square. Let's go D2. Okay. And then rook E6. I think I'm winning the E3 pawn. Queen E2. Takes. It's a complicated position. You can defend like this. Didn't see that move. Okay, we'll stay active. I think Queen D7. I want to play Rook G6. Yeah, I gotta play this though. Just gonna play faster than him. Knight could come here. Then C5. Yeah, I think I'm just too low on material to make this work. But he might make a mistake. Time pressure. Could get my rook on here. He's using a lot of time. This is good. Yeah, okay. So C5. Okay. This might be it. I don't think I can keep it any more complicated. Maybe Queen E6. Go for this pawn. I really need to create love for my king. If rook takes, then rook takes. Queen takes. Queen takes. Oh, and then I blunder back rank. So do I have to trade? I think I do. Unfortunately. Let's go H6. defend this pawn. But I've got this pawn weak. Played h6 instead, okay. b3. c4. No, you can close it up if I play c4. I think a5. I just want to try and make a pass pawn. Oh, but now he has check. I can win this pawn. No, but if he does, then I get this pawn. Then he gets this pawn. I get this pawn. Okay, he defends it. Queen e7. Defend this. And I want to go b4. Queen d5. Okay. b4 takes. Yeah, it's not good. a4 takes. Let's go king h7. Let's just keep the time pressure on. Okay, c4. I take, or do I close it up? Try and play a4. Yeah, I think I close it up. Queen a7, a4. He should get his knight into the game. In fact, it attacks this pawn twice as well. Yeah, I want to go queen a7, a4. Okay, he's going for a queen trade. Don't want a queen trade. Queen a7. I can't play a4 actually. You can just take until his queen moves. Let's get f6. Let's check. a4. Let's go here. King here, queen here, king here, queen. Yeah, but okay, it's fine. Now he's king here and then he gets here. Okay. Let's go here. Get this pawn. Okay, yes, let's checkmate. Which I think he might have. Is there any way to defend it? I can go here. Oh no, it's just blunders, mate. I thought that was a check for some reason. I thought his king was on f2 and I was forking it, but no. Well, tricky game. Let's analyze it. So I know a6, bishop a4, knight f6, castles. I think b5's fine. Bishop b3, bishop c5. I don't know if this is main line or if you meant to play bishop b7, but I think it's still fine. I think when you play bishop c5, you meant to play d6, though. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's playing very normal moves. And then d5, so takes. And this is what I missed, wasn't it? Okay. So did I have a way out of this? I think I could have gone e4. To be honest. Taking here just loses me the piece. So, if I went e4 instead, knight e5, and then I can take it, and I'm actually winning a pawn. So maybe I was completely fine, I just had to find e4. But this was really lazy, just taking here and then missing this. So, yeah, probably fine. But let's continue on. And then, again, bishop g4, bishop f3, I think, you know, I mean, there wasn't a lot good here. So to fight on was quite nice. I could have played knight c4 here. Trade the queens. No, it's his move. That would help. And he can take this. I can take this, and his bishop's under threat. So probably bishop here. Yeah. And then this is interesting. Yeah, so maybe knight c4 would have been better than d3 straight away. Yeah, I think knight c4. Is there anything you can play against knight c4 though? Just take this pawn. Even this. Oh, but I got this move. Okay, hold on, do I? If I take this, then he'll take like this. But he'll also take this. So... but I've got this check, so when do I use that check? Yeah, the moment he moves the bishop I can check. I can take this. This is... I think this is a good position. So knight c4 was probably good. And then... this is a good find if he did take like this, because this is just winning. I'm certain. I mean, totally winning. And the other line where he takes here, also totally winning. Can't defend this pawn. This is a bit harder, but still. Upper pawn. Good for me. So let's go back to the game. Now d2, was d2 a mistake? Could I have played rook f6? Oh yeah, this is rook f6 is nice. Because he's got to defend this pawn. Yeah, but I think queen g3 just holds it together. And I can't push this. So here. Now he gets knight d2. And yeah, I think I'm just lost here. So yeah, I want to see if I could have held on to the rook. Probably just keeping the rook on the board would have been better. Because I couldn't actually take this pawn. So like rook c6. Oh, but no, I can't. If I go rook c6, then he back ranks me. So I did have to take. And I feel like I could have done something better with these pawns as well. Like maybe, I don't know, just make it a bit more complicated. This is super tough though. And at the very end, did I ever move here? I saw this check. I've got no way to defend the g7 square though. So I can keep checking him. Yeah, maybe this is it. And then I can, yeah. But does he have to go this way? If I check, oops. If I check him, can he just go here and no more checks? I think so. Damn. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the start with the engine on. So this is all normal. Bishop e3. Wants me to play d6. Bishop c5 is fine now. Castles, c3. Yeah, it likes d6, but also d5 is fine. Okay, rook e8 is apparently a mistake. Why is that? I can play bishop g4. Or a5, or h6. Why h6? Sacrificing a pawn? Just sacking a pawn for the position. Okay. Well, what do I know? Was e4 good? No. And I still lose it because I can't recapture. Okay, so the rook tension was still a problem. So bishop g4 is probably the easiest move to find here. h3, bishop h5, fg4, bishop g6, knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes f2, and his king's very weak. And we win the rook. Okay, that was a hard line to see though. Okay, so say he just, so we take instead. Yeah, okay, we couldn't take. Oops. So why couldn't we take? Okay, apparently we can take. Now this is queen e1 check idea. And then losing this bishop. Yeah, so this came up later on, but then... Wow. Lopez really likes this pawn. Okay, let's go back to the game. So I take, lose my knight, bishop g4 is good, taking was good, d8 was good, queen e2, knight e5s were good. Yeah, this is where it goes a bit downhill. d3 is the best move, but it was and then b4. What move did I see? C takes d4. Bishop takes d4. Yeah, white's just better. Okay. So good that d3 is best move then. And then, so instead of rook d6, just take this. Then rook d6. Or queen e2. Queen e2. a4. Wow, okay. Don't think I would have seen that. So rook d6, bishop e3, yeah, and then I was right to do knight takes f3, queen takes f3, bishop takes e3, f takes e3. Okay, d2 was the mistake. Yeah, rook f6, queen g3, I thought it was good still. But then rook g6, queen f2, just back to rook f6, queen e1, rook e6, knight d2, and we win the pawn. Still better for white, but would have been fighting more. Yeah, and then it's pretty much lost here. So many moments in this game. Yeah, I mean it was losing, but you have to try. Yeah, that was my big mistake. To mate. And I could have checked him a few more times like I found, but ultimately leads to mate. Well, that was an interesting game. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely need to work on the openings a bit more. Roy Lopez is fun, but yeah, maybe a bit more solid. And time management was good, and I was happy I was able to sort of fight on, but you know, sometimes it ends like this. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.